Hello friends, now we are going to see two more chapters from part 1, namely electrochemistry and ionic equilibria. Friends, they are very good and interesting chapters. Ionic equilibria will be there for 6 mark with option, whereas for 4 mark without option. Electrochemistry is there for 7 marks with option, 5 marks without option. Friends, from this chapter you should do electrolytes, types of electrolytes, degree of dissociation. What? Degree of dissociation, usually represented by a symbol alpha. Thereafter, acid-base definitions with respect to different scientists, Arrhenius theory, Bronsted-Lowry theory, Lewis acid-base theory. Okay, what they have said about acid, base, with explanation you should learn. Then amphoteric nature of water, you should able to justify your answer with reactions. Ostwald dilution law, Ostwald dilution law for weak electrolytes. Weak electrolytes, this derivation is very important in this chapter. Friends, this is applicable to either weak acid or weak base, weak electrolytes. Then what pH scale says? Okay, pH scale, the relation between pH and pOH, pH plus pOH equal to 14. That derivation you should practice thoroughly so that it will be 2 to 3 mark compulsory question. After that, hydrolysis of salts, their definitions, their types, examples. Buffer solution, friends. Again, buffer solution, definition, then types of buffer solution, acidic buffer, basic buffer, explanation, and Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. Buffer action, their applications, solubility, solubility product, what? Solubility and solubility product. There is a relationship between solubility and solubility product. Thereafter, condition of precipitation, common ion effect, example with proper explanation. These things you must cover, very small chapter. One should go through it thoroughly. Last but not least, problems. Very simple problems are there. You should practice. Then friends, from electrochemistry, you should go through conductivity, that is denoted by small k, molar conductivity, lambda, derivation showing the relationship between k and lambda, that is lambda equal to 1000 k by c. After that, one should go through Kohl-Rosch law, very important. One or the other thing will be there in exam regarding this Kohl-Rosch law. So you should study these Kohl-Rosch law. Not only this Kohl-Rosch law, the statement you should go through, but also equally important is its application. Friends, application of Kohl-Rosch law. Don't leave it aside. It is also equally important. So thereafter you should go through electrochemical cells. Electrochemical cells, friends. After this electrochemical cells, you should go through the types of electrochemical cells. There are two types of electrochemical cells. One is electrolytic cell, another one is galvanic or voltaic cell. So in electrolytic cell, we should practice different problems. So namely, I tell you the important formulae on which oftenly examples are there. How to find the quantity of electricity passed, that is Q equal to I into T, whereas I is expressed in amperes, T is time taken in seconds. So after this, one important formula, that is amount of metal deposited on the electrode, that is W equal to mole product into molar mass. So mole product is given by I into T by 96,500 into mole ratio into molar mass. So on these formulae you will find problems. So you should practice the problems based on this formulae. Okay, one or the other problem, some will be there on this formulae. After that, students, you should go through galvanic voltaic cell, salt bridge. Next important thing is salt bridge, and you should practice the diagram of salt bridge. How to draw it? You go through the text, you'll come to know. Then importantly, functions of salt bridge. After that, how to write half cell reactions, complete cell reaction for a given set of electrodes, you should practice. Then standard potential, electrode potential, standard electrode potential. Next important thing is Nernst equation. Nernst equation, again one of the important concept you should understand. Nernst has given one formula to find EMF of a cell, that is E cell equal to E0 cell minus 0.0592 by N log of molar mass of product by molar mass of reactant to the base 10. So this is also an important formula using which you can gain some extra marks in exam. Even problems are also there on this formula. Friends, there is a relation between standard cell potential and equilibrium constant. E0 cell given by 0.0592 by N log of K to the base 10. This is at 25 degrees Celsius. So this relation is also important while solving a problem. After this, students, reference electrodes. Reference electrode, as an example, we are having C, standard hydrogen electrode. Standard hydrogen electrode. Their diagram, many a times diagram is there for 2 mark, labeled diagram you have to practice. Sometimes they may ask for 1 mark cell representation. Sometimes for 2 mark they may ask application. Sometimes they are asking difficulties that one will face while setting standard hydrogen electrode as a reference electrode. Friends, galvanic cells, primary voltaic cells, secondary voltaic cells. Now after that, dry cell. One should practice the diagram of dry cell, also called as Leclanche's cell. You should practice diagram, label to diagram. Thereafter, cell reactions. You should practice cell reactions and their uses. Next, lead storage battery. Lead storage battery. Lead, also called as lead accumulator. Even of this diagram is important, labeled diagram. Then cell reaction. Cell reaction. After that, friends, you should go through fuel cells. What? Fuel cells. One best example of fuel cell is H2O2, hydrogen oxygen fuel cell. Diagram, representation, cell reaction, then advantage, disadvantage, and finally application of fuel cells. What? Applications, uses of fuel cells. You should go through these things. Friends, finally electrochemical series, also called as EMF series. Its definition, then applications. Friends, 3 to 4 applications are there. All are very important. They are having a lot of explanation also. Okay, you should go through all these applications of EMF series. Finally, this is again a problem based chapter. So you should practice sums on different concepts which I have mentioned, starting from first slide till this. More you practice, more confidence you have before entering into the hall of exam. Then friends, with this I am very thankful to you